You know, the United States of America was the greatest country before Trump, and it's the greatest country now after Trump. The white supremacists want to go back. They want to go back to the days when it was legal to own slaves.
You are about to be entertained by the ape, the young man who has become a legend of his own time. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, everybody. Welcome. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program on the 10th of October, 10/10/2024. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Yours truly, R. Kelly, back in the air chair. Doing my thing just for you. So, and peace be upon those. And our hearts and prayers go out to the folks who were victimized by Helene a couple of weeks ago, and then Milton, like right behind it, before they even had a chance to clean up everything. Here we go with Milton, which thankfully wasn't as bad as they thought it would be, but it was still catastrophically bad. So those of you who, if you want to help out, you can log on CNN and some of the other TV cable channels. MSNBC, you can go to the Red Cross, redcross.com, I imagine, redcross.org. And there's a variety of different ways you can help contribute to those poor folks, because, man, they it's 2 weeks, 2 catastrophic hurricanes, 2 weeks in a row, less than 2 weeks apart. And those people are suffering horrifically. I've watched some of the footage, and it's bad. It's really bad. And so if you have a few pennies, you can share. There's a way you can help donate something to the local fire department or whatever, because there's a lot of cities and towns who are doing their own collecting outside of the Red Cross and some of the other well-known relief agencies. So definitely, do your due diligence. If you're able to do anything, you just go to Hurricane Helene or Hurricane Milton. I'm sure there'll be some kind of information there for you if you are willing and able to contribute $10, $20, whatever it is, to the relief effort, because, man, they are suffering down there. And it's up to us as Americans to help them out. I'm doing it, and I hope that the rest of you guys, those who listen to the Ron Kelly Show on a regular basis, I hope that you are doing it too. All right, everybody, it's about 5 minutes past the hour. It's the Ron Kelly Show. So Diddy, well, it's not funny, but Diddy once again denied bail. And I got a few text messages during the week about what do I think about Diddy being denied bail. And, I don't advocate for the type of behavior that he's being accused of. And if he did it, or did he do it? Did he did it? Whatever. If he has done what they say he has done. You see, I just don't, a third time. And the bail package that they presented to the judges, no phones, no access to internet, stay in a house. Being monitored by ex-police detective who started his own company and is willing to, ankle monitor, all of this stuff on Diddy, and they still denied him bail. They still denied Diddy bail after all his $50 million, put up a $48 million mansion, putting his private jet up for sale, doing all of these things to convince the people that he will, he won't flee. Now, when this first jumped off last month, Diddy, after they raided his house and stuff, if he wanted to flee, he could have fled right then. He could have fled then. I might have fled then. Once the feds coming in your house and is taking stuff, It's time to go. But he didn't. He did. He came back to New York and waited to get arrested. He waited to get arrested. And so he waited. He came back to New York because he knew he was going to get arrested. So he came back to New York and he waited to get arrested. He stayed at a hotel. He doesn't have a house here, I don't believe. And he stayed here until the feds came and got him. Now, he had ample opportunity to run before they arrested him. He had an opportunity. He's got a private jet. All he has to do is just call his pilot and say, look, I want to leave. And that would be it. He doesn't have to go through customs. He doesn't have to take his shoes off and put his belongings in put his belongings in the plastic thing like we have to do. So embarrassing. He doesn't have to do any of that. Take off your shoes, empty your pockets, which is like so annoying. But 9/11 changed everything because we didn't have to do that back then. But anyway, so he could have ran then. He could have took off right then and there, but he didn't. He came to New York. He knew he was going to be arrested. He negotiated, and they wouldn't let him turn. They would not let Diddy turn himself in. Now, I'm not advocating for what he did. If he did what he did, it's scandalous. It's trashy. It's garbage, and he's garbage if he did what they say he did. But we don't know. There's stories surrounding celebrities, because they're celebrities. There's stories that are surrounding them. Now, Diddy, they would not let Diddy turn himself in because they would have had to give him bail if he turned himself in. So they wouldn't let him turn himself in. They came and got him because they knew that once they arrested him, once they came and got him and arrested him, that he would not be eligible for bail. And they knew that. The FBI knew that. The U.S. attorney in New York for the Southern District, he knew it. And yeah, he's black, but skin folks ain't kin folks. Like they say, skin folks are not kin folks. And Diddy came to New York and he waited to get arrested. So I don't see this whole, why can't you let the man have bail? Why can't he have bail? I don't see the whole point behind that he can't have bail. Giving up a $50 million house, selling his plane so he won't have any way to get out of the country, being monitored by a security company that's headed up by a former New York City detective, ankle monitoring. What else do you want? What else could you want? And he's such a danger to the community. Give me a break, because he beat up a girl. And again, R. Kelly does not, Ron Kelly, I do not advocate beating women. I've never beaten a woman. I was raised by a single mother, and I don't believe in beating or women, period. If I get that mad, I just leave, But he came to New York. He waited to get arrested. Now, if he was going to run off and, this is just ridiculous. Them not letting him have bail is ridiculous. You think he was John Dillinger or somebody, because he didn't kill anybody. And again, I'm not advocating for Diddy, like saying that what he did was okay. No, what they allegedly say he did was okay, because it's not okay. It's not okay. If he did what they say he did, he's scum. But you see, in New York City, especially in the Upper East Side with the wealthy and the rich, they have sex parties all the time. They have sex parties all the time. Where you go to the party, you bring a woman with you. If you're a woman, you bring a man with you. If you're a man, you bring a woman with you. So the balance is even of men and women. And I'm not going to tell you how I know, but I know. and they have sex parties all the time. And Tribeca and upper west side of Manhattan, the Upper East Side, they have sex parties all the time. All the time. You know. And like I said, you can't go, if you're a man, you can't go without a woman. So you can grab a woman if she wants to go. She might be waiting in the hallway for a man to come along. You just go on in. You go your way, she goes her way, because she ain't your wife or your girlfriend. You don't really know her. But you got to have a woman to get in. That's your pass. So, you know, and this stuff happens all the time. Now, I don't, because you see, we don't know. We know what they say he did, but we don't know what he actually did. We don't know. If he's having a party in Florida and he invites people from New York and they come, is that sex trafficking? Is it? You know, I don't think so. And for them not to let him out is just ridiculous. Because if he's got a New York City detective security agency in the house with him, monitoring him, he's got no electronic equipment in his house. He's put up a $50 million bail, you know, and yeah, it wouldn't hurt him to walk away from $50 million. Okay, I get that. But I mean, come on, why can't he be given bail? And again, I know there's going to be a lot of backlash behind this. I know, like I said, we only know what they say he did. We don't know what he actually did. So until the trial starts and we see the evidence, whatever electronic evidence it is, they say that there's video, but is there video? Like, do we know there's video? Do we know? Do we know for sure that he did what they say he did? These are allegations. They're not truth. They're allegations. They allege that he engaged in sex. So if I go to Las Vegas and I hire a hooker, is that sex trafficking? If I go to Las Vegas, hire a hooker and bring her back to New York, is that sex trafficking? Hell no, it's not. If I say, hey, come on, go on a trip with me, is that sex trafficking? No, it's not. No. And, you know, I might be the only person in America that thinks Diddy should get out. He should have the benefit of bail. But I think that he should have the benefit of bail because he didn't kill anybody. He didn't kill anybody. Now, somebody who's accused of murder, do you let them out? No. No, they shouldn't get out. But Diddy, and you guys can comment on my feed. Shout out to Lamont Gates, who says he allegedly attempted to tamper with and threaten witnesses, which is why he's deemed dead. I mean, so if I call somebody and say, look, man, you know, I know I got this thing coming up and, you know, you're going to be one of the witnesses and, you know, can you like, you know, I mean, people do that all the time. People do that all the time. Lamont Gates, he allegedly attempted to tamper with, allegedly, right, allegedly, but do we know that he actually threatened to tamper with anything? No, we don't know. All of these are allegations. Yeah, I know that, Lamont Gates, it's illegal. I know it's illegal to tamper with witnesses, but, you know, it's immoral to accuse somebody of that if you don't have the evidence. Yeah, the feds lie all the time. The feds say they don't know who shot Martin Luther King. Yes, they do. They say they don't know who killed John F. Kennedy. Yes, they do. They know. The feds say he did it. So what? The feds don't always tell the truth. They lie. They lie. So, yeah, so I think that he should get out. I think that he should be given bail. You know, I don't care that, you know, I think that he should be given bail. Lamont Gates says the feds never said they didn't know who killed Martin Luther King. Yeah, but they didn't say who did. They didn't say who did. It was a far-reaching conspiracy with Martin Luther King. I mean, we're not talking about him, but Martin Luther King, they don't. I don't believe that the person that they say Martin Luther King who killed Martin Luther King actually did kill Martin Luther King. They went higher up the food chain than that, all the way up to J. Edgar Hoover. You know, because Martin Luther King raised the black people up like nobody else ever had. Marcus Garvey, nobody raised up the black folks and you know, organized black folks like Martin Luther King did. Oh no, you can't organize no black folks. You gotta go. So they killed them, and they don't care about Reverend Al or Jesse Jackson. They don't care about none of these people because they know they don't have the pull that the great one, Dr. Martin Luther King, had. But yeah, I think that Diddy should get out. I think he should be allowed to have bail because you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And them denying him bail is saying, in other words, that he's guilty. He's a wealthy black businessman, and there's more to it than meets the eye. There's more to it. I believe that. I think that there's other reasons why Diddy's in jail. There's other reasons. He's a danger to the community. Come on. And you notice all the documentaries that are coming out now. Diddy's this and Diddy that and Diddy the other. But nobody made a documentary about what good he did over the years, because he fed a lot of people. He made sure a lot of people ate. You know, he paid a lot of people's rents and stuff. He did a lot of good for the community. He did a lot of good, but nobody's going to talk about that. Oh no. Now, just like R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and everybody else, oh, here comes the documentaries. But what about the documentary about what Bill Cosby did for people? What he did he raised up HBCUs. No, nobody wants to talk about that. Oh no, we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the bad stuff that he did or the bad stuff he's accused of doing. See, because this is what they do. Nobody made a documentary about Trump. Where's the Trump documentary? He was accused of raping somebody in a closet. I mean, in a dressing area in a store. Accused of rape. Did anybody make a documentary about Trump? Anybody make a documentary about Stormy Daniels and, you know, the hush money trial where he gave her money to keep her mouth shut so he could win the election? Well, that's illegal too, Lamont Gates. That's illegal too. Paying somebody to keep quiet is tampering. And that's what he did. I would have made him pay more if it was me. She only got she got less than $200,000. I would have asked for $20 million. So, you know, now we come with the documentaries. There's several of them. And that's what they do. As soon as the black man does something wrong, oh, we got to make a documentary. TMZ and all of these people. See, and CNN was the ones who dug up the footage about Cassie Ventura. And yeah, he was wrong. You're damn right he was wrong. He shouldn't have did that. I don't advocate for violence against women. And he shouldn't have did it. But come on. Give me a break. You don't see no Trump. Trump's running for president. He'd be president of the United States. And he said on TV that he likes to grab women by the pussy. I grab them by the pussy. That's what he said. And a lot of these foolish, stupid men who support Trump, and some of them I've asked. I said, so would you, if you met Trump, you were with your wife and you met Trump at a rally and he grabs your wife by the pussy, would you be all right with it? And you know what? They didn't say they would be, but they didn't say they wouldn't be either. You know, where's the Trump documentaries? Not over here. Not over there. Because they don't make them. But when a black man does something wrong, oh, we got to make an expose. Oh, we got to do this. That's what sunk R. Kelly, and it's going to sink because the jury pool is being tainted with this stuff. The jury pool is being tainted. The fix is in. And there's another fix that's in that I'm going to talk about sometime during the last 40 minutes of the program. Don't get me started. Diddy should be out. We'll take a break and come back with more. It's Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on Facebook. And I'll address your comment in a minute, whoever that is. Somebody just made a comment. I'll do Mark Gates. I'll address your comment when I return. It's a Ron Kelly Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
All right, everybody, we are back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. It's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel. Check it out. Go on over there and build me up. You can hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. And shout out to my peeps, American Porterfield Transportation. You know, you can give them a call, 973-753-6423, 973-753-6423. American Porterfield Transportation is located at 307 Arlington Avenue in the Queen City, they call it, Plainfield, New Jersey, not in Union County. So just because they're down there don't mean they can't help you up here. It's, school trips. Matter of fact, they do transportation for the school district down there in North Plainfield. Family reunions, you name it, they can do it. And you won't be stuck on the side of the road waiting for another bus to come because they keep their equipment in excellent condition. So give them a call, 973-753-6423, 973-753-6423, or you can email them, Amaker, AKER, .porterfield@verizon.net, amaker.porterfield@verizon.net. Okay, it's 25 minutes past the hour. You're listening to the Ron Kelly Show, and you're damn right. I think Diddy should get out. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So Lamont Gates says, do I think? Oops. So Lamont Gates says, do I think it's race related? Damn right, I do. I do think it's race related. Yes, I do. I do think it's race related, 100%. He didn't kill anybody. I mean, I understand what they're accusing him of is reprehensible, but we don't know if he did it or not. And them not letting him out of jail is state-sponsored, fix. The fix is in. They're not letting him out of jail. The fix is in. Yeah, I do think it's race related. Yes, I do. I mean, I understand the charges are serious, but they're charges. They're allegations. We don't know what evidence the government has. We don't know. We don't know. You know, I think he should get out. Absolutely, 100%. You want to challenge me on that? Hey, put. You can hit me up on multiple social media platforms. You can hit a brother up. But do I think that am I saying he's innocent? No. But I think he deserves bail. 100%, I think he deserves bail. And for them not to give it to him, it's just because you think that the jurors are not going to be thinking about this? Do you think for a second that the jurors, the potential jurors, the people that they call in this screen, and the people who are going to lie so they can get on the people who are going to lie so they can get on the jury pool, and they're going to say they're not affected by what's happened so far when they actually are? How could you not be? How could you not be? They won't let him out of jail. He's dangerous. You think these people, I mean, give me a break. He's dangerous. Too dangerous to let out. If he's too dangerous to let out, he's too dangerous to be, if he's too dangerous to let out, he's too dangerous to acquit. Lamont Gates says, do I think the jury's polluted? I think the jury is polluted more than a than a toxic waste dump. That's how I think that the jury is polluted more than a toxic waste dump, Lamont Gates. Yes, I think it is. Because three judges said he was too dangerous. 3 judges. You know, this stuff is first headline news, this puppy thing. It always is when a black man gets caught up in something. Always. If it wasn't for, you know, in Pennsylvania, it wasn't for I don't know if it was the jury, but the judge who decided to let Bill Cosby out because the DAs over there in Pennsylvania had made a deal with Bill Cosby. They said, okay, you confess and we were not going to charge you. You know. Steve Mayran says there might be a tape. They might be on a tape too. It could be. You know, I think he should get out. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I think he should get out. I think he deserves to get bail. See, because now, Lamont Gates, the jury pool is disgustingly toxic now. You think people don't know what's been said? You know, you think people don't know? Yeah, I think that the jury pool is polluted more than toxic waste dump. Yeah, yes, I do. Because look what's happened. Yeah, look what happened. The jury pool is you can't move this child anywhere on earth. It wasn't make any sense for them to even try to get a change of venue, because there's no place on earth that you can go where people don't know about Diddy. Diddy is worldwide, world renowned hip hop mogul who brought himself up from the street to prominence in the hip hop world and helped a lot of people. Diddy helped a lot of people. He fed a lot of people. He paid a lot of rents. He paid a lot of mortgages. He helped a lot of people. But nobody made no documentary about that because it wasn't salacious enough. It wasn't damaging enough. Lamont Gates says, not if you're a witness tampering and threatening. And no, I don't think the jury pool is polluted, especially those who don't listen to P's music. Yeah, I don't. I mean, how can you not? I mean, it doesn't matter whether you listen to his music or not, Lamont Gates. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You don't have to know the person to know what they're accused of. You don't have to know. You don't have to. You don't have to know. I don't think it matters if you listen to him or not. Personally speaking, I respect your position, of course, but I don't think that it matters. I don't think that it matters if they listen to, because they know grandma at the nursing home is going to know who P. Diddy is. Lamont Gates says there are many people that legitimately don't know him. So how is that potential pollution? They also don't follow the news. But I watch the news, Lamont Gates, and stuff comes up there that I don't follow. I don't follow everything. But if I'm watching the news and it's there, I'm going to see it. If I'm watching the news and it comes up on the screen, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it. So even if it's something that if some opera star was in a position like this, I don't know nothing about opera. And I've never been to the opera. And I've never listened to that type of music. But all I have to know is who the person is and what they're accused of. Lamont Gates says, but if you don't follow or have no interest, you can't be partial. No. Because look at this Diddy thing. Diddy's on TV every day. Diddy's on TV every day. Oh, he's too dangerous. Oh, the third judge said no. Oh, he's a danger to the community. You think people don't know about that? They don't have to know specifically the ins and outs or whatever the case, but they know this man, this rich African-American, has been denied bail. They already think black men are dangerous as it is. They think that without anything else. They already think that black men are dangerous. So, that's a given. But now Diddy, they know that this rich African-American is accused of sex trafficking, witness tampering, all of these things. That's all they have to know. They don't have to know what Diddy does or his music. You don't have to know that. They just know that a rich African-American is being denied bail 3 times because he's been accused of sex trafficking and all these other ungodly acts. That's all they have to know. They don't have to know who Diddy is. I don't believe. But before I go any further, I think I need to say that the views and opinions expressed here are exclusively those of myself and R. Kelly Media Enterprises, which is the parent company of the Ron Kelly Show. And those are not my advertisers or my part of my advertisers or my support team. Okay, I just heard a strange noise. Yeah, look by yourself, you hear a strange noise. You be looking around like, what the hell was that? But I know nobody's in here but me, so. Okay, so I think that, views, opinions expressed here are mine, basically. That's what we're talking about here. So, so look, I think that he should be given bail in a nutshell. I think that Diddy should be given bail. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. But I think for the fact that he came up here from Florida. He could have got on his plane and went anywhere in the world, specifically a place where there's no extradition treaty between them and the United States. With the kind of money he got, he could have paid a despot or a dictator And he could have stayed in that country forever. You get, Joanne Chesimard, who allegedly killed the New Jersey State Trooper. She's in Cuba. She's in Cuba. She's been in Cuba since the 70s. And Cuba is never going to allow the United States to come down there and get her. Never. And she's got like a $5 million, $2 million, $5 million, whatever. But Cuba will never bend over for the United States. Never. So he could have went somewhere. He could have went to another country. But he didn't. See, this is what I'm talking about, Lamont Gates. Lamont Gates says there are many rich black men who got off. OJ is an example. I just think you're too partial on subject matter, and race seems to be the motivator. I could be wrong. Well, yes, you could be wrong, Lamont Gates, but I respect your opinion, and I welcome you to continue to participate with me here on the Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show. Now, yeah, OJ, many rich black men who got who? What rich black man got off? Because I sure don't know. Maybe I need to Google that. Like, how many rich black men have gotten off? Because I don't know of any. I don't know of any. And if they did get off, they served time first. Bill Cosby being one of them. Yeah, O.J. Simpson was one. And that was voter, what do they call that? Voter, what do they call that? The voter, not tampering or anything like that. But that was just black people on that jury who just said enough. But yeah, he look what he did, ruined his career. Michael Jackson didn't get off. It ruined his career. They accused him of molesting children. It ruined his career. I mean, thank God he had enough fans that were able to look past that. Ruined his career and probably killed him. Well, we don't know if he, see, that's the thing. See, we jump to conclusions. We don't know what Michael Jackson did. We don't know. We don't know if he molested Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin, the Home Alone kid, Home Alone movies. Well, he's not a kid anymore. But he said no, that Michael Jackson did not molest him. He said no. So we don't know. See, these are allegations. We don't know. Yeah, Michael Jackson ruined his career. We don't know if he did it or not. We don't know. Ruined his career and probably killed him. Probably killed him. Ruined his career. Bill Cosby ruined his career. R. Kelly still in jail. Now, granted, Harvey Weinstein is not. They didn't beat. Who beat the trial, Lamont? Which one are you talking about? You mentioned 2 or 3 people. So which ones? Yeah, O.J. Simpson didn't beat the trial. That was the people said no. The black people on that jury said no, and they didn't care whether they didn't care. Yeah, I know he beat the trial, but they didn't care whether O.J. Simpson was guilty or not. The jurors did not care. They was going to let this black man off no matter what evidence was presented. And a lot of everybody who was white and a lot of people who were black thought that O.J. Simpson was guilty. Even to this day, you ask somebody, they'd be like, yeah, I think he did it. But people are glad, black folks are glad he got away with it. They're glad that O.J. Simpson got away with it. Because that was voter apathy, jury something. I forget the term. I have to look it up. I didn't do that in my show prep. But he got juror something where the jury just said no. And they didn't care whether he was guilty or not. They just said no. No. Enough of this crap. Yeah, Steve, thank you, Steve. Steve Mayrant, my brother. Yeah, it was jury nullification. That's what it was. But the jury said no, enough is enough. It wasn't that he beat the trial. His ass would have been locked up underneath the prison like any, and then he wound up going to jail anyway for doing something stupid later on in Vegas. If somebody steals something from you, you think something's wrong, you call the police. You don't go there and try to take it back from yourself and bring help. That was just plain out and out stupid. So, 19 minutes before the hour, 19 minutes before a very good Thursday night football game that I'm not going to be able to watch the whole thing, but San Francisco and somebody is going to be very good. So I need to go to the Steakhouse Bar and tease the 49er fans who lost last week. And how about them Cowboys? See that? See, how about those? I'm ready. I'm ready for the game. See that? See that? See that with the star on the side? See that big star on my shoulder? Cowboy. I'm ready. I am definitely ready. Jury nullification. Thank you, Steve. Steve Mayran, my brother from another mother. Okay, Lamont Gates says he beat it. Not guilty means you beat it. All right. Well, okay. Technically speaking, he beat it. Okay, Lamont Gates. I'll concede that point. Technically speaking, he beat it. Technically speaking. But it was jury nullification was the reason he beat it. Jury nullification. The jurors said no. He didn't beat it. It had nothing to do with, his lawyers and stuff. They put on a show. Johnny Cochran was masterful in his closing. And he put on a show. And the jurors said no. We are not, just like white jurors, like all white juries back in the day when black men were put on trial for things and the juries were all white and those jurors didn't care. They didn't give a damn whether that black man was guilty or not. They still said guilty. Hang him, burn him, fry him, whatever the case may be. And that wasn't jury nullification. That was just straight up racism. It had nothing to do with jury nullification. And how many trials have gone on? How many black men have been convicted? How many black men have been convicted of juries with no? It's a jury of your peers. That means peers should be some black people on that jury. White people are not your peers. 12 white people are not my peers. No, they're not. I don't give a damn what anybody says. You're not my peers. Because you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I experienced. You don't know what the trials, tribulations I go through from day to day. You don't know. White people don't know what I go through. They have no idea. So, Lamont, see, some of us live, let me take a break. So, because some of us living in La La fairyland and think that there's no racism in America. Like Tim Scott, Republican Senator Tim Scott, the lapdog for Trump, says America is not a racist country. America is not a racist country. Tim Scott, you are an idiot. Let me take a break and we'll come back. You are a lapdog and you're an idiot. Let me take a break and come back with more of this here program. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the Ron Kelly Show. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
everybody. Welcome back to the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. Well, I needed some water. Oh boy, Lamont Gates got me stirred up here. Thanks, shout out to Lamont Gates. Lamont Gates has a show. It's called Near Death Experience, NDE, Near Death Experience. Check out Lamont Gates. I don't know if somebody said, does Lamont Gates front for your show? I said, I don't know. But maybe he does. Anyway, yeah, Lamont Gates' show, Near Death Experiences, where people come on, and people who believe that they actually had near death experience. Now, some people believe in it, some don't. Some people believe in the Ron Kelly show, some don't. But anyway, check Lamont Gates out. Look him up on YouTube, NDE, Near Death Experience. So Lamont Gates says, no one denies racism exists, but assuming all trials are only called on race is a serious claim when blacks and whites have one case. Back in the 70s, and how many times, Lamont Gates, let me ask you this, and for the rest of the Ron Kelly show audience, how many times have you heard of black men getting out of jail after 30 years? And I'm trying to answer this. How many times, Lamont Gates, have you heard of African Americans getting out of jail after, okay, what's going on here? Okay, after years of incarceration? How many times? 30 years, 40 years after some, like the Innocence Project, with the law students do, look over cases and find out that, get DNA evidence and find out that the person was innocent. How many black men accused of raping white women, the 60s and the 70s, are probably still in jail today because they can't afford a lawyer? They've been in jail 30 years, 40 years, 50 years in prison on trumped up evidence. How many brother died, was put to death just the other day? Last week, I believe it was, brother was put to death. The people say he didn't do it. The so-called witnesses admitted that they lied. They admitted that they lied, right? The victims' families, even the victims' families, and this gentleman who was on trial, I don't have his name right here. I missed it at my show prep, but the gentleman who was put to death last week, the victim said no. The victim's family said no, don't kill him, and they did it anyway. They did it anyway. Lamont Gates says, this is happening to white prisoners also. Why do you think there's no more slavery or segregation? There's no more slavery or segregation because, it had nothing to do with us. Had nothing to do with us. 10 minutes before the hour was the Ron Kelly show. So, no. Yeah, but how often, though, Lamont Gates? See, you can't equate white justice with black justice. You can't. Because there's two different ball games between white justice and black justice. There's two different ball games. Like I said about Trump. Look at all this shit, the stuff that Trump has been accused of. Look at all the stuff. Rape, sexual molestation, financial crimes, all the stuff that he's been accused of. Is he in jail? No. And they put off his trial. They put off all the stuff that Trump was. That's why you don't hear about Trump that much other than the election, because they put off all the stuff that he was supposed to be being held accountable for. They put all that stuff off. For when he's supposed to be sentenced, let's push the sentence back to after the election. They ain't do that with Diddy. They didn't do that with R. Kelly. They didn't do that with Bill Cosby. But they did it for Trump. The United States Supreme Court, the last hope for anybody says that Trump had immunity from stuff that he did while he was in office. It's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. So you can't compare white justice to black justice because whites do get justice. Black people don't get justice. We get justice if the Innocence Project, Barry Scheck, who was one of the, is he still alive? Barry Scheck was one of the lawyers, one of the OJ lawyers. Barry Scheck, Robert Kardashian, Johnny Cochran. And speaking of that, Lamont Gates, the prosecution blew that case. And then they brought up that racist cop, Mark, whatever his name was, racist, and admitted racist. Lamont Gates says blacks get justice and win cases every day. Yeah, they win cases, Lamont Gates. They win traffic court cases. That's what they win. They win traffic court cases, but they don't win. Come on, give me a break. Come on, Lamont Gates. Come on. Knock it off. Now I'm having a near-death experience listening to this. Lamont Gates says, that has happened to white prisoners also. What has happened to white prisoners? What? Why do you think there's no more slavery or segregation? Lamont Gates adds, blacks get justice and win cases every day. What am I talking? What? And criminal civil cases too. No. Black people don't win when it comes to the justice system. We always lose. I mean, if we win, if there's a preponderance, if there's a overwhelming amount of evidence to the contrary, that's when we win. But it has to be unrefutable proof that we did not do what they're telling us that we did. That's how it has to be for black folks. It has to be unrefutable proof. That's what it has to be. If it's not unrefutable, guess what? You're going to be just like Diddy. Because he's being jailed, but he hasn't been tried yet. But he's being jailed. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't kill anybody. Why is he in jail? He's got that much influence? Tell you what, if I was a witness, he called me, I would say, okay, I won't testify. You can give me like $5 million. And I won't testify. I'll get memory loss. He's not a dangerous criminal. He's not. He's not a dangerous criminal. He's not like, where society has to be afraid of him and all this stuff like they make him out to be. No, he's not. You give me a break. What is dangerous in the last couple of minutes of the program is the Trump surrogates, the people on the election boards in the Republican states changing the laws so that black folks and minorities can't vote. The fix is already in, and Trump and his henchmen are already fixing this election that's coming up in 26 days. The fix is in. If Kamala, almost said Kamala. If Kamala Harris loses, the fix was in. And I know Trump was saying, that the system is corrupt and all of this stuff. But we're not. But the Democrats are not changing state laws. They're not changing, saying you got to have proof of citizenship before you can vote. What the hell is that? All you're supposed to need is a driver's license. The proof you live where you live. Proof that you live in the district that you're voting in. Lamont Gates says atheists are white. You damn right. They're always my target. Not just this month, every month, Lamont Gates. But we're not. They're changing the laws. In some states, you got to show proof of citizenship. Like, who walks around with their birth certificate in their pocket? I know I don't. I mean, I know where it is. I know where my birth certificate is, but do I walk around with it? No. So you mean to tell me I got to bring my birth certificate to go vote? What the hell is that? What is that? I got to bring no. Why the hell do I have to bring a birth certificate to go vote? See, because the contention is that it's not going to hurt white people. That's the contention. It won't hurt the MAGA people. It won't hurt white folks. Because they know that Kamala Harris has like 70% of the minority vote. They know that. So what they want to do, cut off the minorities at the knees so they can't vote. This is criminal. Voter suppression. They've been doing it for years. The white Republicans, the conservatives, and the disillusioned black folks that follow behind them like puppy dogs. So yeah, atheists and white, you damn right, Lamont Gates, because I'm fighting for black folks. Now, this ain't necessarily no black show, but I'm fighting for my people. That's why I do this damn thing. Even if nobody hears me, even some nights if nobody listens to me, I'm still going to be here saying it. Because I actually don't know how many people are listening. So, but shout out to my people on LinkedIn, Facebook, the YouTube channel, Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel, which I need to promote more. But yeah, I mean, Trump and his minions are changing the voting laws so minorities can't vote, making it harder for people to vote. No after work vote. Where they shutting down, where you can't go after work. No late night voting. And all these things that they're trying to do. No mail-in balloting in some states. In the white Republican-run states. Then you got these black folks, Republicans, that are going on MSNBC and CNN and bigging up Trump like he's some Martin Luther King. Trump couldn't even carry Martin Luther King's briefcase. So yeah, so pay attention, because the fix is in, and they want Trump to be the president no matter what. And they were salivating that Biden was the candidate. Because they knew, and everybody else knew, that Biden would lose if he stayed in. We all knew that. I knew that he would lose if he stayed in. And he knew eventually he just, knew that he was going to lose if he stayed in. So he got out. So now Trump is the old bumbling idiot, not Biden, because Biden is not on the ticket. So anyway, everybody, 20 seconds up to the program. I want to thank you so much, everybody, for listening and your comments, and we'll see you back here next week for another edition of the Ron Kelly Show. So until then, I'd like to say that it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice, and that we may not have it all together, but together we can certainly have it all. Thank you so much. I am out of here.